Hi, it's Stu from Abacus Motorhomes. Thank you for choosing us for your motorhome hire. Before you set off, there's a couple of operating instructions we want to run through with you, so let's get started. Now this model comes with two keys. You have the larger key, which flips out, that is for your ignition, but also removes your diesel cover. The remote buttons on here will operate the locks for the cab and the habitation door. The smaller key is for just the side lockers and the toilet cassettes only. Don't be tempted to use this on the habitation doors because they can fall apart and break if you're used incorrectly. All Abacus motorhomes are diesel, so you will need to refill the tanks upon your return. Some models do have the additional AdBlue tank. Just be aware they generally have a range of about 1,200 miles. So if you are doing more than that for your trip, you may need to refill it while you're on your journey. Now the control panel on this model, you can see there's several lit up icons. Auxiliary, leave that on green. This one here will activate your internal master lights. Once that is on green, then you can use the switches that you'll find in the front and in the bedroom areas. This one here operates the outside awning light, and this one here operates our water pump, which you'll need for taps, shower or flushing the toilet. Up here we can check our battery and our water levels. So this one here will show me how much charge I currently have in my vehicle battery. This one will show me how much charge I currently have in my leisure battery. This one here will show me how much water I currently have in the fresh tank. And this one will show me how much water I currently have in the waste tank. Now the heating control panel in this model is the Adria system. So simply switch it on and then press menu. Here you have the setting for your ambient temperature. By simply pressing the minus or the plus, you can select the heating level that you want. Below that is your hot water level. You have the choice of off, on at around 40 degrees, or you can boost up to around 55. We generally recommend about 40 degrees is more than sufficient. Here you can choose the power source that you want to select. So if you are on an electrical hookup, switch that to blue, that will run off the 230 volt. If you're not on a hookup, switch it to green and that will run off of your LPG. If you are on an electrical hookup, you then have a choice of 1, 2 or 3 kilowatt mains power at your choice, but we generally recommend 1 to 2. Using the cooker, it's a very basic function, but there's a couple of safety points to be aware of. If you have a glass top, be sure to lift it before you use the hobs. Okay, when you have finished using the cooking on the hobs, let them cool off before you replace the glass, as they can get very hot and you obviously don't want that to crack or break. Grill and oven positioned down below. You'll have your ignition point on here, and then all you got to do is open the door, switch it to the section that you want and press the button to ignite, and then again just remembering to close that off when you're finished with it. Now the fridge on this model is the automatic Thetford model, which means it's automatic is it will look after its own power supply. So what that means is if you're on a campsite and you're connected up to the mains, it will automatically run off of the 230 volt electrical power supply. If you're not hooked up on the mains, it will run itself off of gas. Anytime the engine is running, then it will run off of the battery. The vehicle comes with a TV, which has a built-in DVD player. If you wish to use either of these functions, you can simply do this by using the remote. You have the source button at the top, so you can choose between TV or the DVD function. If you're watching TV and you need to tune it, simply go to the TV menu, tab down when you get to the satellite symbol and press to confirm, and then just select auto tune, and that will automatically tune all the TV channels in that region. So before using the toilet, you will need to remember to pull the grey lever to the right. That will open up the cassette. Then you can use the toilet, the blue button to flush after you've finished, and then remember, always set the grey handle back to the left, ready for the next use. In the storage area of the vehicle, we've supplied you with a mains cable for 230 volt connection, hose for refilling your water supply, kit bags for breakdowns. You've got high-vis jackets, warning triangles, breathalyzers, leveling blocks, dustpan and brush, broom, awning handle, and also the tablets for your toilet. Connecting to a 230-volt power supply on a campsite. We have supplied you with the cable. Most important rule of thumb is make sure that the lid always goes in first. Press the rest in, make sure it's secure, and close the flap down. To remove the cable, sharp pull and replace. To refill your water tank, you'll simply need to lift up the flap, unscrew the cover, take your hose from the back, unwind it completely, connect it up to the nearest tap on site, and then drop the nozzle in to refill it. Once the water starts coming back out of the tank, then you know it is full. At that point, obviously remove the nozzle, replace the cap, and return your hose back to the vehicle. To empty the grey waste on this model, firstly you will need to remove this panel. And here you have this swing bar to open up the waste valve. So by moving the bar across to the side, the grey pipe underneath will then open up, so make sure you're parked over the receptacle grey waste area before you do that. That will dispose of the water. Once it's emptied out, simply close it off and replace the panel. Right, so to empty the toilet on this model, open the door and then lift the handle to remove from there, and then you should just be able to slide the box out. If you've left it open on the inside, you will not get the box out. Once you've done that, press the orange button down to release any trapped air, any gas or pressure that might have built up inside the box. At that point, then you can take the spout around, take the cover off and tip out the contents. Once you've done that, place a blue tablet back down the neck, add a couple of jugs of water, replace the cap, close it, and return the box inside. So to refill the gas on this model, open the door. You've got 2 gas bottles that are inside of there. They're fully regulated. So to refill them, all you'll need to do is remove the cover, take the gun from the LPG pump and place it over the top of the bayonet fixing. It then has a locking mechanism which will hold the gun into place. Once it's connected safely, all you do is hold the button down on the pump. That will refill both cylinders at the same time. Once it stops, it's finished. Release the gun and replace the cap like so. To use your awning on this model, first you'll need to take your extender pole, extend it out with the full range. The T-piece will then lock into there. You can then start to unwind. Just checking that it winds out even and flush to the vehicle. Once you get it to the area that you want it, then within here you will find the leg mechanism. Come to this end here, there's a little thumb piece. Pull back on that. That will then remove the leg. Make sure that the foot is flat. Point towards the ground, and there is a small plastic flap just on the inside of the leg. If you lift that up to about a 90-degree angle, you can then extend the leg, get it to the height that you want it, and then push the flap all the way to the top. Repeat the process on the other side. Okay. At that point, you can then take the pegs and the mallet from the bag, peg the feet down to secure it. There is also an additional storm strap if you should need to use it. We don't recommend using awnings within weather that is not fair or still, as strong winds can take them over the top of the vehicle and we don't cover them on our insurance. I hope you've enjoyed the videos and the tutorials and found them useful in preparation for your hire. We look forward to seeing you. If you have any further questions or you need any assistance from us, please don't hesitate to contact us on the main number or head over to our website or drop us an email. Feel free to share with us all your experience with Abacus Motorhomes through our social media pages on Facebook or Instagram, or head over to our website to leave any further feedback, and we look forward to hearing from you.